What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and last night around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time down in Savannah, Georgia, the local news aired a new Quinton Simon special called The Little Boy Lost. In this special, they reveal some new information, and there's also a lot of confirmation, meaning that we find out new things about the case, but also they confirm a lot of things that we kind of already knew, at least if you were following up with the case. So I found this special really interesting, and I'm going to break down the whole thing right here on YouTube today in a little bite-sized portion so you can keep up. Firstly, I think the main thing that sticks out about this special is the interview with the babysitter. Of course, as you all know, Quinton Simon's babysitter, she's become I don't know what to call her. She's become a prominent figure in this case. And everyone seems to have an opinion about her. Either you like her or you don't like her. Either you're happy that she's providing all of this information, or you feel as if maybe she's talking too much and she wants attention. I've been defending her the entire time, but I understand why people would feel either way. I totally understand it in this situation. But early on in this case, a lot of people were pointing the finger at the babysitter. And they were asking, well, why aren't you, investigating the babysitter? Why aren't you investigating this person? And there seemed to be a lot of deflection away from Billy Joe and away from Leilani. Well, we now know and we get confirmation that the FBI did investigate Quinton Simon's babysitter. Take a quick listen to this clip.
Go back to October 5th. You were one of the people who questioned by police. What did they ask you?
They come in, one of my camera system asked me, what he was wearing, when I last seen him, when he was last here with me. Check my phone.
They checked your phone?
For the text.
What did it say?
That I would not be keeping Quinton, that Leilani would be keeping him.
What time?
Around 5:29.
So it sounds like to me she's one of the first people they went to. They went to her house. They wanted to see the camera system. They even looked through her phone. They found nothing, but they did find that text message that either Leilani or Danny sent her that morning telling her that she did not need to babysit that day. Now, when that text message came through, I would assume that Quinton was already gone. I believe 100% that text message was sent after Quinton Simon was already gone. But I'm glad we get some clarification here, because I was wondering what route they took with this investigation. Did they automatically hone in on Leilani, or did they explore other avenues? And if they investigated and looked into the babysitter, then I would believe they looked into other people as well. There's a lot of stuff about this case that we don't know about yet, and we may never know about. So I think people need to understand that that's the way these investigations work. But I'm happy to see they at least explored that avenue, even though I never thought for a second that the babysitter had anything to do with Quinton's disappearance. But then the babysitter goes on to expose the fact that Leilani, out of her own mouth, would acknowledge that Quinton wasn't her favorite child, that Zane was her favorite child. And Leilani would treat Quinton differently. Obviously, Leilani would not win the Mother of the Year award, but at the very least, she showed more love and attention towards her other kids, while she was cold-hearted towards Quinton. And we see this all the time. It often happens with single mothers who are raising kids from multiple different fathers, and that's not always the case. I shouldn't have to say that, but I know I'll have someone in my comments. I'm a single mother with kids from different fathers, and I treat them all the same. I get it. There are plenty of great single mothers out there raising kids from different fathers. I understand it. But I see this all the time, where a mother who's raising kids from different fathers, she may be bitter, or at least more bitter, towards one of her baby daddies as opposed to the other one. Therefore, she treats that kid differently. And I wish people would stop doing that. If you're going to bring multiple people into this world, treat them equally. And listen, I'm not a parent. I understand that some people probably have their favorite kid or the kid that gives them the least amount of trouble. This kid is less stressful than my other kids. Or maybe this kid, we connect on a different level than my other kids. I understand that. But to show downright favoritism and to act bitter and cold-hearted towards your child just because you have a problem with the father, I hate seeing that. But let's go ahead and listen to what the babysitter has to say.
Let me ask you about the relationship that you witnessed between Quinton and his mother. What was that like?
It was loveless. To the other kids, she showed love. She showed concern. To Quinton, it wasn't concern and love.
Why?
I don't know. She had stated that Zane was her favorite.
She said this out loud.
Yes. She said Zane was her favorite, that she didn't bond with Quinton. And you could definitely tell it.
You know, I don't think this comes as a surprise to any of us. And that's why I said this special, it provides some new information, but we also get a lot of confirmation. So this basically confirms something that we already suspected and we basically already knew to be the case. But I feel like this, how can I put this in a responsible manner? We don't know the cause of death for Quinton yet. You know, there's a possibility that it could have been an accident or maybe it happened on purpose. We don't know yet. Yes, I believe Leilani is the one responsible for it, but we don't know yet. Hearing this, though, it really sticks out to me because out of all the kids you had that day, something happened to your least favorite child. Something happened to the child that you act the coldest towards. You know what I mean? What's the likelihood of that? All the other kids are okay, but Quinton, the child that you were more callous to, the child that you didn't show as much love and attention, he's the one that lost his life. And that makes me really, really, really lean towards maybe this happened on purpose and this wasn't an accident, which don't get me wrong, I was already kind of leaning that way. But this, it really makes you, you know, like, okay, what are the odds of this? Because everything just seems so convenient. It happened while everyone was gone. It happened on trash day. And it happened to the child that she was the coldest towards. So when you add in all those factors, it starts becoming like this would have had to have been one hell of a coincidence for this to have been a mistake or an accident that Leilani then tried to cover up by disposing of Quinton. But there's a lot more that was revealed in this special. There's a lot more that was talked about in this special. I'll be back to talk about some new audio from Leilani. I'll be back to talk about various things about this case throughout the day. So stay tuned. Ring that notification bell if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you all soon.